The point you made about Venkaiah Naidu, it's not just that. In fact, Mr. Harshvardhan on 12th of December, when he said we won't form government, he actually said exactly the same thing. Every time they said, we don't have the number, we will not indulge in horse trading. So they every time connected and implied that the only way to form government here would be horse trading. We shall not do that. Number one. Number two, it's actually inaccurate. I'm not a Supreme Court lawyer, which he is. But is he implying that the Supreme Court went into the merits of the case? They looked at this letter and approved of the content of this letter, the intent of this letter, the constitutional propriety of this letter?
Mr. Yadav, let me assure you that they indeed looked at this letter.
Can I just say what I want to say? You would have all the ample time. You've taken enough. Can I now just respond?
I do not get undisturbed time like you. Anyhow.
I'd keep quiet, sir, and wait
Please
for my turn.
Please don't protest too much. You have had more time. I'll come to you, Mr. Sinha. Let's not do verbal heckling on the program. Already the relationship between both the parties is not good. Mr. Sinha,
I'm saying,
can I just
listen to you, please? He listened to you, sir. Listen to him, and then I can ask him a few questions as well. Thank you very much.
The last few days, there's this game. We are constantly told you are jumping the gun.
Yes.
We haven't yet received invitation. When invitation comes, we'll think about it. Then their own party president lets the cat out of the bag today. We have been told for the last several weeks, you are making wild allegations about money and this and that, horse trading. Then comes out the sting yesterday. We were told, why are you dragging LG's office into this unseemly controversy? He hasn't done anything. Then comes out this letter today. So something strange is at foot. Right. And we are entitled to be worried and concerned. Okay. And so should every Indian be. It's not just Admi party. In the past, BJP used to take exactly this position. They were the victims of such things in the past. Yes. They used to cry aloud. I remember the dirty games Ramesh Bhandari had played with them when Mr. Kalyan Singh was chief minister. Every right-thinking person in the country, whether they were BJP supporters or not, they protested and said something very wrong was happening. We have a similar situation today. And I really hope that all the right-thinking citizens would support it, whether they are Aam Admi supporters or not.
Okay, so you are saying this is not a legally and morally valid position? What is happening right now? Now, my follow-up question to you, sir, is...
By convention, it is... See, legally, as I said, the governor of Delhi can invite you to be the chief minister tomorrow. By conventions which have been laid down and best practices recommended by Sarkaria Commission and everything else, what he's doing is not right.
Now, sir, you know, I would question that. Because the Supreme Court, and Arvind Kejriwal and you always say we have full faith in the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court has put the onus on the Lieutenant Governor of Delhi to take the decision vis-a-vis the disillusionment of the Delhi Assembly. I don't find anywhere that the Supreme Court vested the Aam Admi party with that authority. Did they?
Did
the Supreme Court not say on July 4th that the Lieutenant Governor should take a free call on the Delhi government formation?
As I said a few minutes ago, there is absolutely no doubt that the Lieutenant Governor has the authority.
Yeah, so he has the authority.
He has discretion in this matter. This is part of the discretionary power.
So can you quote one law?
Discretion does not mean arbitrariness.
It's not just discretion.
No, sir, who decides discretion? Can you quote one law?
Exhaust all.
Yogendra Yadav ji, can you quote one law which proves that a party that has once rejected an offer to form a government cannot change its mind?
The numbers have changed.
So, let me answer. I am saying tonight, produce one law that a party that has once rejected an offer to form the government cannot change its mind.
No, there is no such law.
And now if I put that together with the SR Bommai judgment.
And it's not necessary to our claim at all. We are not saying tomorrow if the BJP can produce 34 letters, I would be the first one to say, all right, let them form government.
So as per the SR Bommai versus Union of India judgment, strength of a ministry is to be ascertained on the floor of the House. Isn't the Lieutenant Governor doing exactly that? How is he violating the Constitution?
He is violating the spirit of Constitution. He is violating his... allow me to say why.
Allow me to say why. He'll reply and then you can come back.
Allow me to say. I know you disagree.
Sure you can. Sure you can.
I'm not claiming that there is a law written here which is being violated. As I said, by law, he can invite Sankarshan Thakur as well. The convention laid down by various commissions, Sarkaria Commission being a very crucial. In fact, Sarkaria Commission had laid down 1, 2, 3, 4 points about who should be invited. So why Supreme Court has given best judgments.
So why are you not amenable to the Assembly deciding its own leader via secret ballot? Because there is a precedent to this effect under Article 175 of the Constitution. it provides for the same. You can go back and see what happened in 1998 in Uttar Pradesh.
I read those things very carefully, and this is a complete bogey. You know what the article says? Section 9, 83 and 175, they simply say, President, Governor or the Lieutenant Governor can send a message to the Assembly or Parliament.
Yes,
That's a mandatory message. It nowhere talks about no confidence motion. And of
but
course,
isn't that the best way to test whether people are in a position to form a government?
That is, of course, the final test. Secret ballot, incidentally, this is a complete bogey because it goes against the Constitution. Secret ballot would go against the 10th schedule of the Constitution.
1 second. Shahid Siddiqui, please coming in. Shahid Siddiqui.
It's for the speaker to decide how the vote will take place. It is not for the LG to decide. But LG should be allowed to take this position. Let BJP reject it. You see, Rajiv Gandhi...
Oh, wait, BJP is not rejecting it. No, 1 second. The argument is that the LG and the BJP are acting in concert. That's a serious argument.
That is a charge. You can't prove that charge. That charge is always there on anybody, and anybody who finds things going against them.
You don't find this letter today that the LG wrote on the 4th and the synchronized moves of the BJP in attempting to form a government little uncanny, suspicious and mischievous. You don't find it so, Mr. Shahid Siddiqui? That's commonsensical.
No,
1 second, Mr. Sinha, you protest too much.
As a friend of politics, I could see this happening. I didn't have to read this letter. I didn't have to...
You could see what happening?
This kind of situation is arising with the Supreme Court coming in, people going to the court.
Which kind of situation? Specify.
Students are very poor politics all the time. No. Students are very bad politics. We are students of it.
No, I don't know what we are arguing about. Arnab, please, you can just allow me to now come in. I've heard
1 minute.
Enough of charges from all sides.
Shahid Sahab, can I ask you a small question?
Okay, 1 second. Yeah,
Shahid Sahab, the question you've been asking about the Lieutenant Governor and why we're asking questions to him, tell me, why did he insist when he was inviting us? Why did he insist, number one, that we have to stake a claim? Without staking a claim, he would not give any invitation. Number two, why did he insist on 36 letters? Why is he not asking for those things now?
I'll tell you why. Because the single largest party was BJP, not you. So he should have invited the single largest party, that
they
is BJP.
They had said no in any case. They had declined.
Shahid Siddiqui,
they came later. Before that Congress went to LG saying that we will support Aam Aadmi Party.
You're forgetting.
Aam Aadmi Party. And we will form. That's why you had to make a stake because you are not in a majority. You are not the single largest party.
You're forgetting the sequence. He actually invited Dr. Harshvardhan first.
Largest party, unless he was sure that you two are going to work together and you will have the majority. That's what he did. I mean, he didn't go against the
Constitution. A conceptual point. Just a more basic question, Mr. Yadav. Mr. Yadav, when the Lieutenant Governor does not do your bidding, you accuse him of being a BJP man. I'm sorry, but I find this identical to the way in which you accused the media of being biased. And you said the media was paid agents of Narendra Modi when we criticized you. Yeah, and I remember you singled out Times Now. So I don't mind all that, but it would be argued that it is your ploy to accuse anyone in any which way who is not on your side. You accuse that person of being biased. And also when you do so, then factually always you're not on very solid ground.
There is always a temptation in politics for every actor to be extremely critical of whoever happens to be in your opposition. Therefore, you would be absolutely entitled to saying, give me grounds, give me evidence. And here on your show today, I'm giving grounds, I'm giving evidence, and I'm giving evidence and grounds. And if I do not give grounds and give allegations, please reject it.
I am asking you, Mr. Yogendra Yadav, very clearly this question, because the question is basic. Anyone who does not do exactly what you like, when they do what you like, they are gracious, they are good. When they don't do what you like, then you level any kinds of allegations without any factual proof. If you want me to give you examples, since I spoke about the media, all kinds of things were said. Oh, you are, what it was said. For example, what proof do you have? You have no issues. You don't ask Modi about snooping. You don't ask Modi about riots. You don't know about the development figures in Gujarat. I found out, and factually, when all these allegations were made by your leader, Ashish Khetare, factually, absolutely everything was totally trash. Mr. Yogendra Yadav. We did, for example, 17 programs on the issues which you said we didn't look at, and then you said we are sold out channels. My question to you is, are you applying that same stilted logic in the context of your judgments on the Lieutenant Governor?
If we were to
Is it a personality trait of the AAP?
In each case, you would have to say, ask AAP for evidence. Wherever AAP offers evidence, believe it. Wherever they don't, trash them, as you are trying to do, which you are entitled to. I cannot vouch for that particular thing about Ashish Khetan because I really need to look into that evidence and come to a judgment. But if any of my colleagues has done it, in fact, one of my colleagues said something very harsh. I went to the media and said, no, I'm sorry, this is not right. In fact, at one stage, when one of my colleagues said he was Congress agent, I personally came to the media and I said, this is wrong.
Frankly, Mr. Yadav, I would say this to you, that I'm not putting this to you to square off. I'm simply saying it to you as proof of the fact. It doesn't matter. An independent media has never required a certificate from any political party, including Professor Yadav, the Aadmi party. The more fundamental question which I'm asking you today is there a ploy of the Aadmi party to accuse anyone who is not doing your bidding of being biased? And I've asked you very straightforward constitutional issues, and you are saying there's a perception that the Lieutenant Governor is unfair, whereas as per judgments, as per precedent, as per matters in the public domain, the Lieutenant Governor seems to be going by what the Supreme Court of India has asked him to do.
No, Arnab, I thought you gave the answer. I thought you agreed with me. I thought you talked about telepathy. I thought we both agreed about statistical probabilities.
I agree with no political party. I can certainly question the BJP on their hypocrisy, but I'm asking you on yours.
That's the argument. You agreed with the substance in the argument that this extraordinary synchrony between these two is rather strange. That's all I'm saying. I have no access to the personal motives of the Lieutenant Governor.
Professor Yadav, the point is it the AAP's contention? Is it the AAP's contention that anyone who doesn't come around to their point of view is either occasionally a BJP agent, or on other occasion a Congress agent, or on another occasion a sold out person? You see, Mr. Yadav, this is the basic question which is being asked all over today.
And I'm answering that basic question, provided my friends don't think you need their help. My answer is, when one of my colleagues said a few months ago that he was Congress agent, I actually came on air and said, this is wrong. I'm sorry about this.
But I do...
Just 1 second. Just let me say that. There is a long tradition of debate in our country whether governors or lieutenant governors are constitutional representatives of Union of India, or are they responsive to Home Ministry, or are they agents of the ruling party?
Okay, so my question to you is, whose representative was Lieutenant Governor Jung when in January 2014 he reached out to a man called Arvind Kejriwal to break his fast when he was protesting against the inaction of the Delhi police? Who was he working on behalf of then?
He was a constitutional authority.
Was it the same governor who ended the standoff at that point of time?
He played a very good role.
Did the same governor promise to fast-track an inquiry against the policeman targeted by Mr. Kejriwal, that is your party, for the alleged inaction? And did Mr. Kejriwal praise all that?
He did. And
did you describe Mr. Jung as an extremely gracious man who had explained the constitutional avenues available to you? How is it that the same man becomes a villain today just because he's trying to pave forward a different government in Delhi?
You've forgotten. I've answered that question 7 minutes ago. I said he is a gracious man. He is a thinking man. He's a cultured man.
Where are you really going here?
What we are discussing today... No, we are not discussing his personality in private life.
No, I'm asking about his actions and your judgments on his actions.
We are discussing his role as a constitutional authority.
I'm asking you about his role as a constitutional authority.
He happens to be going with the ruling party in a way that arouses suspicions, that invites questions.
Isn't that
conjecture?
Now opening up the debate. Shahid Siddiqui wanted to talk. Aman Sinha. Okay, we are opening this up.
In Supreme Court all along, they have been alleging that LG has not been acting. There's been total inaction. He's not done anything. Now when he starts acting, they say that why are you acting? And in what way you are acting? No, it is extremely surprising when LG goes on to invite the second single largest party, which is Aadmi party. They say it is all absolutely fine, hunky-dory.
Shahid Siddiqui.
They again come to that rape and murder thing.
Shahid Siddiqui wanted to come.
And just one more short point, Arnab.
I'll go back to
the question
which Sankarshan raised. BJP, the question really is not LG. We should be questioning BJP, which is not ready to face the
You have
electorate.
all been
It is the
questioning
job,
BJP
it's the
only.
duty of
Through the show,
LG.
all of you together.
Please, it's the duty of LG
No, let
to
me point
invite
out
them.
one short
It
thing.
is
I
their
think-
duty to say we cannot form the government, we will not be able to run the government, we don't have the majority.
You
It
see,
is their
sir,
duty.
you
they
see, has the
should face
BJP,
the-
one second,
It is
has
not-
the BJP
don't
been
blame
able to
LG,
give,
blame them.
has the
LG is
BJP
not
been
to
able to
blame
give
for-
an
for
effective
taking
answer?
constitutional
Now my
right.
questions to Yogendra Yadav is simple. My question to Yogendra Yadav is that with respect, I find certain inconsistencies, but the gravest inconsistency, the most apparent inconsistency,
Yes, please,
the
I'm waiting.
inconsistency on which you have slipped at least a dozen times
Please,
on the
please,
Newshour
please
tonight is
point
the
out what is
hypocrisy
it.
of a political party, which tries to find every which way of avoiding an election.
Absolutely not. Why should we? We have swept Delhi. Our
Then the
vote share
letter
has
is
gone
here,
up by
say we don't want to
15%.
form a government.
What is this?
The letter is here.
This is the
The letter is
constitutional
here.
duty of Lieutenant
No, one
Governor
second.
to make efforts for government
sir.
formation.
So, 1 minute.
Before considering dissolution, Lieutenant Governor has to make all possible efforts
a question
for government
coming-
formation.
Sir,
That is the legal position.
people in Delhi
I don't
are
know why
watching.
should you attribute
Sir,
motives to
people in,
LG.
1 second, people in Delhi are watching.
seem to be
You
terrified of
want
facing the
7-0.
people. You seem
You
to be
want
terrified of
7-0.
facing the
I'm
people.
very
That's the
sorry
truth.
today. No, I must say this. Sankarshan, before you come in, I must say this. That if the representative of the Bharatiya Janata Party thinks he's going to fool me on the Newshour tonight by saying that, you know what, this letter I will not
nobody is
respond
fooling
to,
you.
I will
But I do
respond
not know what you are
to, I
saying,
will
Arnab.
respond to a hypothetical situation. This letter proves that on the 4th of September, the Lieutenant Governor writes to Pranab Mukherjee saying, invite the BJP. Parallelly, you begin moves and Arvind Kejriwal says you are trying to buy out their members. So all you need to do today, to be consistent and honest to the people of Delhi and this country,
Arnab,
is say that our
is the
position has
president
not
also got
changed.
off? Has
He said we go to the people.
Not at all, it has
We
not
face the
changed.
people of this country.
You can
1
only
minute.
make that accusation once we take
What is the
a
accusation?
stand.
Arnab,
We have not taken any stand.
what is the
In
difference?
Supreme
What
Court
is the
also we have
difference?
stated
What is the
that
difference?
only after
We have
LG
taken
invites
a
us for
stand. They have taken a
consultation,
stand.
we'll make
What's
a
the
view.
difficulty in your
When we
taking
have
a
not,
stand?
we have not taken a structured view.
I'm
I do
sorry,
not
why
know
don't
why
you
both
take
of
a
them.
Brijesh Kalappa,
I do
rebutting
not
you,
know why
listen.
you should be alleging.
No, no,
Why
please.
you should be
I'm not
attributing
alleging.
motives to
I am
BJP.
coaxing.
See,
I am
Arnab, cannot
pleading.
understand
I
this.
am requesting
BJP
you.
is yet to make
I
a
am-
structured
I am-
formulated view,
Sir, what-
but still you are making allegations.
Sir, you know what?
Why don't you ask same
Sir,
questions
why
to
do you
Mr.
take a question?
Yogendra Yadav?
Why do you
Why
take
did
a...
he go to LG and say that please don't dissolve the
Is this a
assembly?
game of tennis?
It's not a game of
Then
tennis.
why are you putting the ball
have
in the other
fairness
court?
and ask him the same questions. Today we
Sir,
have
don't
not even
question whether I'm
formulated.
fearless or not. You fearlessly answer my question.
true.
Fairness, not
Before the Lok
fearless.
Sabha results, they were going to
Today we have
Governor
not
asking him not to
formulated a
resolve.
structured
Now they
view.
wanted to be resolved.
I don't know
They
why you
made
should
a
all be
U-turn.
alleging
Aam
or
Aadmi Party
prejudging
made a U-turn.
what BJP is going to do.
Yes.
Okay, who speaks next? One
Arnab,
second.
well, see,
Let him speak, then I'll give you the question.
Arnab, after
By the way, Mr. Sinha, don't take it personally. If you've been inconsistent, it is my responsibility, journalist, to tell you.
No,
I've
I
been
do not
equally
take
fair to the
anything
Aam Aadmi Party.
I
You
do not
expect
take
special
anything
treatment?
personally.
1 second.
And
Go ahead.
in same spirit, you should also not take anything personally.
In December of 2013, Arnab,
Yeah.
they had 32, right?
Yes, they
Today
did.
they have merely 28.
28 or
Okay,
29, yeah.
28 plus one was from the
That
Akali
is
Dal.
our
Yeah.
pre-election
Okay,
alliance.
the point is,
Let him
if they were not ready at 32 to have a government,
How do they?
then how today at 28
I don't
can
know.
they say, okay, they're going to have a
Some
government?
Cinderella
One.
going to
And two,
appear, some
and two,
fairy
and
tales.
two,
With all due respect
and
to
two.
my
No,
friend.
please, let me complete.
Let him
No,
complete.
I know.
Go ahead.
Yeah, let me complete. And today for the Lieutenant Governor to make an invitation to the BJP, okay? Look at the color of the house. Look at the complexion. There are 8 MLAs belonging to the Congress. There are 28 belonging to the Aam Aadmi. And
Are you worried about a
is it-
7 now.
27.
Are
Okay.
you worried about being split?
No, please. No, the point is that is any of these, let's assume there were 7, independent MLAs. Then, of course, the Lieutenant Governor could very well say, yeah, I'm going to have anybody. But the point is that, there are parties with clear pointed views that they are not going to have a truck with the BJP. Where is the occasion for the BJP?
What kind of pointed view did Ghulam Nabi Azad find in the points of view of the members of parliament when the minority government of Narasimha Rao continued to survive in controversial
No, there were some.
circumstances? What
there were
ideological
some
glue held them
independent
together?
MPs.
Sir, come on, sir.
There were some independent
Don't
MPs.
teach me
No,
ideology
please,
and
there were
politics.
some
Sankarshan
independent
Thakur wanted to ask
MPs.
a
So where is the question of
a
this?
one-liner from Yogendra Yadav and a question from Sankarshan before we wrap up.
My
Yogendra
one-liner
Yadav.
to both my friends is, since you had these opinions, What prevents you from giving a letter to the LG saying we don't want to form government? We want a dissolution. We want elections.
We have
Why don't both
stated
of
so.
you-
Mr.
We have
Yadav,
stated so not once. We have stated at least a
No,
dozen
you've
times.
not
No, he
given a
said-
letter.
He said it's to both of us.
both, yeah, to
He
both.
said it's to both of
Mr.
us. We have
Yadav,
stated
Mr.
unequivocally that we want an election.
Okay,
You
fine.
have
And take
not
it,
given
take
a
it from me
letter
that
to
we
the
want
LG.
we
So
want
I'm
an
sure they'll
election.
give a letter now, but I'm not sure about the BJP. Second question
Mr.
coming
Yadav,
in from Sankarshan
We are
Thakur.
a structured political party. We will take a view, whatever view suits us and whatever suits the people of Delhi. You cannot preach us on that. But as far as Aam Admi Party is concerned, please consider why do you first go on to dissolve the assembly and thereafter you go and
All right.
LG that please do not dissolve the assembly. You have been chopping and changing your stand. If BJP is the only party which has had clear and consistent stand, all through it has stood the
I
test
will
of
ask you a
time,
question
it
about
has
your
stood the test of
consistency.
judicial
Sir, one
scrutiny.
second, sir.
And they have been chopping and
Sir,
changing their
sir,
stand.
I don't know
and
what
they are
this-
opposing these questions.
Mr. Sinha,
please ask him
Mr.
why did he
Sinha,
go
you're
to
taking
LG
too much
and
time.
say that please
Can
do
I
not
ask you
dissolve
a
the
Were
assembly.
you an unstructured political party when you said we won't form the government? How do you develop your structure
absolutely.
now? Sankarshan Thakur
Absolutely.
is a
That was our
response.
decision.
Sankarshan Thakur is a
That was our
question.
decision at that point in
Sir,
time.
Mr.
It
Sinha,
doesn't
I'm not
mean-
the Lieutenant Governor
No,
of Delhi.
views
but I
and
have a right to
decisions
speak.
can evolve.
Sankarshan
Political
Thakur.
parties
If he allows me
evolve,
to
views and
ask him a
decisions
question.
evolve.
Sankarshan Thakur.
This Aam Admi
Sinha
Party
Sahab.
and Congress, they were together
Sir, it's
after
okay.
abusing and
So don't
accusing
you
each
want
other
to
in
listen?
elections.
Of course, we are still
And then
abusing
again
and
they have
accusing each other.
parted ways.
We are still abusing
So therefore
and
you have been
accusing each
changing
other.
your stands. It is
calm
not
down.
BJP.
We are still abusing and accusing each
One
other.
second. Sankarshan
Sinha
Thakur.
Sahab,
For
can
the
I
sake
ask you
of
a
making
simple
allegation, you
question?
can make any
Sankarshan,
allegation.
Sankarshan.
Sinha Sahab, can I ask you a simple question and please give me a straight answer? After the elections in Delhi, your leader stated several times, your party stated several times, we don't have the number, we don't want to form. Thereafter, you win the Delhi elections, all 7 Lok Sabha seats. As a result of which you sort of lose certain numbers in the house, you get even more reduced. Forget about the other parties. I'm only talking about the BJP, which
Come to the
at,
point,
at
Sankarshan.
the, at the end
Carefully
said
and
we have.
patiently, yes.
What has changed since then? You've only won Delhi after that. You've swept Delhi after that. What is it that makes you want to go through the back door and form a government now? Whereas when the elections were held, you said we don't want to form this government.
Absolutely.
Sankarshan ji, that is your presumption.
It is not a presumption. These are your
It is your
records.
presumption.
It is not a
At
presumption.
this point in time, our parliamentary board has not taken a view and said that we are going to form the government.
they
So
are
therefore, that is your
I don't think he's
presumption.
authorized
You are
to
prejudging the
We
issue.
all know what is
and
happening
therefore-
behind this presumption of mine.
No, you are a journalist. You are free to say whatever you wish to say.
No, I'm not
but
free to
as
say
a,
whatever I-
as a responsible spokesperson of the party, I would only speak whatever is the
Sir,
correct
I
authorized
only
line
know
of the
one
party.
thing.
But let me
Sir,
tell you that the moment we get an invite from LG with regard to consultation or with any other proposal, there would be no delay on our
Mr.
part.
Sinha,
We'll formulate a
Mr.
structured
Sinha,
stand,
is your state
bearing in
president
mind
not
the
a
political
responsible
situation at that point in time,
Gentlemen, I'm
and we'll
seizing
share it with
the
everybody.
debate. This
What is
word
the difficulty?
this word structure has been repeated so many times. Now a reference is made to what changed. The only thing that changed is the weather with the monsoons. I didn't know the political weather also changed in the BJP.
Everything
Aman Sinha,
changes,
food for
Arnab.
thought. You are on
Change is
slippery
the-
ice.
change
Don't
is the
fall. You're
principle
going to
of
break.
life.
You're
Everything
going to
changes.
break a few political bones out here. Thank you very much for
Thank
joining
you.
me. I want to ask the people of Delhi: do you want an election? Do you want another hodgepodge to form? Tell us what you think.